Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer today because we are tackling a concept that can literally change your financial trajectory forever. We're talking about taking your current resources and transforming them into truly hands-off wealth. So how can you set up systems today that continue to pay you tomorrow, the next day, and for years to come, whether you're sitting at a desk, traveling the world, or fast asleep? Well, let's get right into it. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to move through 5 key steps. First, demystifying passive income. Then, zero down upfront effort. Renting your existing assets. Safe havens for cash. And finally, long-term market yields. All right, Section 1, demystifying passive income. Right out of the gate, we need to completely shatter the whole free money illusion. I really want you to ask yourself this core premise. How can your money actually work while you sleep? It's kind of the ultimate dream, right? It sparks our curiosity about what it truly takes to decouple the money we make from the time we spend. Because, with a traditional job, the absolute second you clock out and stop working, the money completely stops flowing. So the crucial takeaway here is understanding that passive income is not magic. It always requires an initial sacrifice. Active income, that's just trading your time for compensation. It's your day job. Passive income continues to generate revenue when you aren't working, but, and this is a massive but, it requires a heavy upfront investment. You've got to pay the toll, and you pay it with either your time or your cash. Let's anchor our mindset with this incredibly powerful quote from T. Harv Eker. He says, "Freedom is not earning more by working more hours." Think about it. True financial breathing room only comes from income that arrives on its own, eventually covering your daily expenses. You just can't work 80 hours a week forever to achieve true freedom. It really boils down to 2 totally distinct paths. You are either spending your time to build an asset, like creating digital products, writing content, or coding an app. Or you're spending your capital to buy an asset, like dividend stocks, high-yield savings, or real estate. You essentially have to pick your starting line based on what you currently have an abundance of. Okay, Section 2, zero down upfront effort. Let's see how this plays out for those of you who might not have a huge savings account right now, but have plenty of drive, knowledge, and hustle. By dedicating some serious upfront effort, you can create a digital asset just once and literally sell it forever. I mean, think about the knowledge you've acquired over a 10, 20, or 30-year career. You can absolutely monetize that. You could write an ebook using Amazon KDP, record an entire online course on Teachable, make digital budgeting templates to sell on Etsy, or even launch a YouTube channel. You do the grueling work once, say spending 3 months filming a course, and then it can potentially pay you royalties or sales for years down the line. Now there is a tiny, kind of fun subcategory here known as beer money apps. These are completely free background applications like Money SMS, which actually pays you for test text messages your phone receives, or apps like Honeygain that share your bandwidth, or Rakuten for cash back. They require zero money and practically zero effort. But to set very realistic expectations here, they will realistically only yield enough to buy, well, a single beer each month. They certainly won't replace your salary, but hey, they are genuinely passive from day one. Moving right along to Section 3, renting your existing assets. Let's explore how to easily monetize the physical things you already own.
If you already own an asset, you can absolutely let it earn its keep between uses. The trick is to look way past just having a spare room on Airbnb. Right now, people are renting out their empty driveways on JustPark, their cars on Turo, garage storage space on Neighbor, and even high-end camera gear or power tools on Fat Llama. Just keep in mind, this is only partly passive. You still have to deal with some messaging, key handovers, and cleaning up between uses.
All right, Section 4, safe havens for cash. We're officially crossing over into the upfront capital side of things now, starting with the absolute safest options for your cash. So, if you want to put your existing savings to work, let's break down how these options stack up. A standard bank account pays practically nothing, right? But if you move that money, you've got 3 fantastic options. High-yield savings offer very high liquidity and FDIC protection. Money market funds sit around 3.3 to 3.6% and are perfect for cash that's already sitting in a brokerage account waiting to be invested. And treasury bills offer about 3.7 to 4.1%, with the massive advantage of being completely exempt from state and local income taxes. So the absolutely crucial point here is that simply moving your emergency fund into a high-yield savings account can turn a near-zero interest rate into a very real return of up to 4.15% APY. You literally earn this money while you sleep simply because you parked your cash in the right place.
And finally, Section 5, Long-Term Market Yields. This is really for those of you with heavier upfront capital who want completely hands-off wealth.
This brings us to the very foundation of dividend investing, the quality rule. Listen, when you buy a dividend stock, you are literally buying a slice of a business that pays you a share of its profits regularly. This rule suggests you should only invest in great businesses with a rock-solid long-term record. Specifically, we're talking about dividend aristocrats. These are companies that have raised their dividend payouts for 25 or more consecutive years. And the historical evidence completely backs this up. Over a 10-year span, these high-quality dividend aristocrats actually outperformed the broader S&P 500 index by 2.88% per year. By focusing on stability and quality, you aren't just securing passive income, you are historically beating the market. Now, you can further optimize this by using what's called the bargain rule. This rule leans into historical data, showing that the highest-yielding quintile, so the top 20% of stocks, actually outperformed the lowest-yielding quintile by 1.76% per year. Basically, you want businesses that pay you the most dividends to maximize your passive cash flow. But the ultimate goal here is to let your great businesses grow and compound your wealth over time. As Warren Buffett famously said, his favorite holding period for an outstanding business is forever. By holding long-term, you completely minimize your tax burden and your trading costs. Those tax savings just stay in your account and continue to compound, working for you around the clock. And hey, if you have the capital, you can widely diversify beyond just the stock market. You can invest in physical real estate, or if you want it to be truly hands-off, look into real estate investment trusts, or REITs, where you fund companies that own and manage all the properties for you. You can use low-cost gold ETFs like IAUBM or GLDM to protect against currency weakness. You can even explore cryptocurrency staking to secure digital networks for yields, or construct bond ladders to lock in steady, predictable income streams. To wrap this explainer up, I really want to leave you with this one critical question. What skill, asset, or capital will you leverage today to ensure your money is working for you tonight? As we've seen, passive income isn't magic. It is simply a mechanical process of trading your upfront effort or upfront capital for a future continuous return. So identify exactly where you sit on that spectrum today, take that very first step, and start building your hands-off wealth.